Well folks, welcome to Blackbeard's Detailing YouTube channel. I'm Ross. Very shortly you will see Josh. I'm enjoying a coffee. We are somewhere a bit different. Let's see if you can guess where we are. Yep, that is a big massive radar, and we are at Prestwick Airport doing a first for us, which is this. A Piper Aeroplane. So it's in for, well, when I say in, we are with it for a bit of TLC. Glorious blue paint is in need of some TLC, so that'll be getting a machine correction. I cannot wait to see how this turns out. We have got pretty much all the stuff we need, including a Josh over here. So, yep, finish my coffee, and then we've already discussed our wee game plan with it. It's getting the full interior done as well. So, yeah, Josh is going to crack on with the interior. I'm going to start on some the kind of decon of the grimy sections, and then it's just going to be hours and hours and hours and hours of polishing. Well, it's just gone by 12 o'clock and we're breaking for lunch. We've got a lovely scran of pot noodles, Jaffa cakes, and a egg too, so I'm starving. Josh is still...
We're nearly done. We're nearly done. I like to savour things.
So, good progress made. The paint, I spoke to one of the engineers there, the paint wafer thin on the planes, obviously to keep weight down, and oh, we have a big plane. We really annoyed earlier on, we missed, it was this big awesome, almost a kind of military kind of plane. It was awesome, and it had a kind of low flyover, but unfortunately it didn't have the camera because we were unpacking the van. So before I was rudely interrupted by Ryanair and people escaping this horrific weather, the paint wafer thin. It's booked in for just an enhancement essentially. The weather cover, the weather cover that was over it has been kind of rattling its way all along the plane during the winter months with the wind, and it's caused quite a bit of marring. That's all getting taken out, no bother. The kind of general swirl marks are all coming off, no bother as well. It's just some of the kind of deeper sections, but again, it's an enhancement detail. It's still putting masses of clarity and gloss in the paintwork, and I just wouldn't be confident chasing those other wee bits away because the paint is just so thin. So Josh has done the full interior I've done the full top side of the right hand wing and the rear section of the fuselage and rear right hand wing. It's just hard going. We're just lying down in the deck, polishing up above. I stupidly didn't bring any safety glasses, so look at me, specks of polishing dust now going into the eyes, which is never nice. But yeah, we're just cracking on with it. So aye, shortly finish lunch, and then we're just going to get battered straight in. I'm going to make my way along to where the kind of cabin section is, and then start on the glass as I move round, and just kind of going round it, kind of stages. All the rivet points all the way along are great because they're essentially the exact kind of polishing size we want to do per panel, so we can basically just work to where all the rivets are and just slowly make our way around it. But it's looking fantastic. Again, one of the engineers, let's take a wee wander by, looked at that, and he was saying he could see the difference massively, so that's always a good sign. So we will scran another couple of Jaffa cakes and a wee cup of coffee, and then we'll get back to it. Well folks, that's the end of day number one working on this plane. Lots of work done. We're just loading up the van now, just with some of the kind of expensive tools to get them, make sure they're all safe. But yeah, lots of work done on this. The two of us are absolutely shattered. Quite a bit of work lying down in the deck, polishing underneath and kind of bracing up. It's not a position that we're used to when we're working on cars. Normally it's just the sides of cars and we lift it in the ramp to suit us. But yeah, it's getting there. So we're just going to crack on. We've got the van loaded up. We're just going to secure everything down, and then we shall see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And hopefully all goes to plan. Well folks, day number two, working on the plane. We've come to the realisation that it's probably going to go into 3 days worth of work from what we done yesterday. We're just under kind of halfway there, so it's probably going to go into the third day. Josh, in the meantime, is again unfortunately going to contort himself to lying underneath the plane and get the underside of the wings done. So I'm reckoning in the next hour or so, this full wing will be completely finished. I've got the entire driver's side of this side all polished. Front nose cone, I was warned by one of the engineers, when that's be really delicate with that. If that gets damaged, just that piece alone is about 10 grand to replace. So it was a little gentle tickle with the polisher done on that and make sure nothing's damaged. And got the top section here polished yesterday. So we've got this full side, this full wing, the rear wing to do, and windows, and then afterwards we've got a bit of finishing touches. So we're limited. Normally what Josh and I would do is if we're working, if work's going on, we'd normally just work late, but we're regulated by the opening times in here. So thankfully I cleared the third day thinking that it might go on. If it didn't, then we would just take a day off during the course of the week. but it's looking as though that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But hey ho, it's just what it is. The job needs done, it needs done right. So we'll just come up, means get it done right. So we're just going to crack on. We learned from our mistakes yesterday of having no food places or anything nearby and just surviving on pot noodles. So we've had a McDonald's breakfast and we've got like a whole barrage of sweeties and juice and Monster energy drinks and all sorts. So we're fully fueled. And yeah, we're just going to get absolutely cracked on with this. Great fun to work on so far, something really different. This is Josh and I are massively experienced in cars. We've worked with pretty much every single make, all through classic to brand new exotics, kind of run-of-the-mill cars. So it's this is a first for us, so it's something a bit different. Learning curve as well with it, just with the paint, getting that cut, getting it refined without getting through that wafer thin paint, and just working with wee kind of delicate surfaces. But aye, it's been good fun, so we're going to get cracked on, and aye, just a full day of polishing. Well, that's the end of day number 2, working on the plane, and lots of work done today. It was right to just know that it ain't going to get this done in 2 days, so I'm glad I saved that 3rd day there. So back tomorrow, we've still got underside of that wing to do, the front half of that wing, and just the under section of the nose. Get protection put on it, and a couple of finishing touches. Says we've been walking up and down this section. In here the floor's pretty dusty, so that we're going to need to clean all that up, which is fine. We knew we would need to do that anyway. There's a couple of wee paint touch-ups needing done on the inside, just with a matte black or a satin black paint, and a couple of wee touch-ups needing done on the white. So we'll tackle that tomorrow. Another wee walk round, make sure there's nothing missed. Anyway, I've rattled on enough. As it probably stands now, the traffic is getting worse and worse and worse on the way down to Glasgow. So we are going to call it a day here and get down the road. We shall see yous bright and early in the morning. Well folks, that's the plane all finished, and what a shift it's been. That's 3 days we've put in to getting the plane looking the way it has. So it's a single stage machine correction, essentially an enhancement detail but on a plane. Put protection on it there, C2V3, but that's it all finished. And yeah, we're shattered, we're sore from lying down in the concrete. We're used to just the ramp and lifting the car up to the height we want it to be at, but obviously we can't do that with a plane. So dyed the leather around the door. It was showing signs of wear on there, so done that. That's the only thing that kind of wasn't on camera. Touched up a couple of wee spots on the paint that had basically flaked off a couple of the kind of blue sections. The blue is San Marino blue, it's a BMW colour. So the colour match we got wasn't the greatest. So to mix a couple of wee bits in of different colours that I had to get it to match up a bit better. But unfortunately we got there, it's meant to be colour coded. We've arrived and it's slightly off. It is a resprayed plane as well, so the colour that's on it might be slightly different to what the actual San Marino blue colour is. But that's the colour we were given, but we've worked with what we've got. And it's certainly looking great. So we're going to finish off the vlog, we're going to do some beauty shots of it. Thank you very much for watching, it's certainly been something a bit different. Josh certainly put a shift in, he done most of well pretty much all of the underside sections on it, so he was, he get the kind of the rubbish end of the stick, but we got there at the end. So thanks, and enjoy the beauty shots of this. Cheery bye.